The UK Supreme Court delivering a landmark ruling as the debate over gender identity takes hold in America and across the pond. The United Kingdom's High Court ruling Wednesday the definition of a woman under the nation's equality law is to be interpreted as referring to biological sex. The unanimous decision by the 5 justices means a transgender person, even with any sort of documentation recognizing them as female, is not legally considered a female within the Equality Act.
The unanimous decision of this court is that the terms woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to a biological woman and biological sex.
The UK Supreme Court says the statute is incoherent and unworkable if it depends on the definition of sex based on gender identity instead of human biology. The justices, however, state this does not erase protections against discrimination for transgender people, noting within the Equality Act, biological males can be barred from some female-only designated spaces, including changing rooms, shelters, recreational sports areas, as well as medical settings. The UK ruling follows a 2018 law passed by the Scottish Parliament that aimed for 50% female representation on public boards and included transgender women in its definition of women. The historic decision also comes as the issue remains a flashpoint in American politics, with the Trump administration saying it's aligning federal policy with the biological understanding of gender and sex, not based on identity. A challenge to the Equality Act's definition of a woman was rejected by a lower court in 2022, but the Supreme Court agreed to hear the case last year. The group that brought the case, For Women Scotland, which is financially backed by author J.K. Rowling, celebrated the judgment, calling it basic common sense. Rowling also took to social media in support of the court's decision, writing on X, "It took 3 extraordinary, tenacious women with an army behind them to get this case heard by the Supreme Court, and in winning, they've protected the rights of women and girls across the UK." Some LGBTQ rights groups expressed concerns over the ruling, focusing on the protections kept in place, while acknowledging the ruling could lead to further restrictions when it comes to where transgender women can go. The British and Scottish governments, meanwhile, embraced the legal clarity and say they will implement the ruling as needed, while Scotland's First Minister says it will do so while protecting the rights of all citizens in a social media post. For more on this story, you can download the Straight Arrow News app or visit us online at san.com.